everybody. Welcome to Spikey Saturday number 314 on the Mana Leek. I'm John, as always. We're here for some more Kamigawa, and I see an Invoke the Winds. This is one of the invokes that I really like. This is a good reason for us to go pretty heavy blue, which will be interesting because I've only gone blue twice in like 13 drafts. Yeah, beyond that, Unforgiving One's been okay. The rest of the pack kind of stinks. I mean, it's all filler, but yeah, I tried this card. I had 3 in a deck, and it was still bad. So I won't be buying into that hype. Let's take the Invoke the Winds. I like a Skyblast Samurai. I like a Touch the Spirit Realm. The blue is not interesting. There's a Master's Rebuke here. There's a lot going on here that's pretty good. But I think I'll take the Touch the Spirit Realm. Yeah, I just don't want that blue. Yeah. Well, no, I could just take a Circuit Bender. It goes with our blue deck. It helps us get towards a mass of very good cards. Yeah, let's take Circuit Bender. Touch the Spirit Realm is probably bad because pacifism is bad in this set. Touch the Spirit Realm is probably a little bit less good, but still great due to all of the easy ways to murder enchantments. I see another Master's Rebuke. I see a Covert Technician, which should theoretically do some work if we can get some artifacts, preferably that cost 2, or if we could maybe manipulate Covert Technician somehow. I've yet to see a vehicles deck. Vehicles have very thankfully been not impactful in any game I've played of this set, which is great. Vehicles need to be not that good. Yeah, let's take a Covert Technician, see where we go. I've been pretty happy doing whatever I want, whatever I feel like. It's been enjoyable. I'll let the Okiba Reckoner Raid gang and Imperial Oath gang have their fun. I did see something funny where 17 Lands has a significant issue with things like ninjas and anything that bounces itself because it counts it twice or thrice or 4 times as if it's a different card every time, which means it inflates some stats, which is funny. Acquisition Octopus, I think, is pretty decent. I think it's the best version of this card we've seen due to reconfigure. And there's nothing to push me into another color, and I really want to be blue, so Octopus, get in here. Mnemonic Sphere is something we can cheat in with a Covert Technician. I think it's also a decent card, and again, nothing is pushing me into red, nothing's pushing me into green, nothing's pushing me into white. Mnemonic Sphere, welcome to the team. Here, that is a relatively late Intercessor's Arrest. So it's stay blue and in fact cut blue from the pack with a card that's okay. It's not amazing, but it's okay. Or consider the fact that we're probably not going to be mono blue. We just want to be really blue. What if we are blue and white impactful cards? Sounds like a plan. Goodbye white cards. Moon Circuit Hacker has been totally fine. Super cheap to ninjutsu. We're going to want to pick up a couple of flyers, which shouldn't be too hard in blue. But just getting to draw a card is great. And then if you do happen to get to loot future times, that's nice. It's a pretty late Gravelighter, but I've seen no other reason to want to get into black yet. So how's Kamigawa gone for everybody? I see everybody loving this set. Everybody's loving it. I've mostly been enjoying it. I do not care for that card at all, and obviously not in our deck that's wanting to play Invoke the Winds, but we've got another Covert Technician, so we can really get into some cheapish artifacts here and maybe get going. Again, gonna want to grab some flyers. I'll play dumb little flyers that I wouldn't have otherwise now that I've got a handful of ninjas going. Awakened Awareness, I think one of these is fine. Brute Suit's probably the most playable vehicle, non-rare vehicle anyways, and it's meh. Yeah, let's take an Awakened Awareness. Both blue cards came back. That's kind of funny. We'll take an Arm Guard Familiar here. That's an artifact that we can cheat in off of Covert Technician. Short Circuit can do some work. Getting having loses flying is a pretty decent part of that. I also could have taken that knife, but eh. We'll take the Saber Trespassers. I just can't imagine that we actually play them. They just they don't seem impactful enough. They still don't seem impactful enough. Take a Return to Action and a Mountain. Well, we're certainly not putting an Invoke Justice in our Invoke the Winds deck. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, put a counter on it. Artifact count 6. All right, I think it's Patchwork Automaton's time. Because the blue here is mediocre. Yeah, let's take Patchwork Automaton. We're going to look to grab some more artifacts. Well, that's the third Invoke we've seen. Just need to see the black one and the green one. Trashbot should be pretty good in this deck if we're going to be jammed up on artifacts and enchantments. Let's pop that in. It's a low curve. Low curve. Still looking for those flyers. Some duels would be nice if we could get them, because we're going to be playing a lot of blue, and I mean, we still don't know that we're white, but maybe a little bit of white. And that would be way easier with a blue-white duel instead of plains and islands. Light Pause is pretty bad. We could attempt to get into blue-black ninjas, I guess. It's entirely possible. Because there's not much else going on here. Moonsnare Specialist is fine. But yeah, what if we were blue-black? Let's test out. What if we were blue-black? Well, we get nothing going on if we were blue-black, apparently. We've got an Ecologist Terrarium or a Network Terminal. I don't know which one of these is better yet. I've not played Terrarium yet. Spell Pierce, Cammy. I'm going to take the terminal, because we are going to have artifacts kicking around, and having that loot ability should be a good part. Okay, well, what if we were blue-red artifacts? Because Dragon Spark Reactor can do some stupid things. Maybe we're blue-red. All we know is we're blue. And we'll take a Moon Circuit Hacker to hammer that home. Up next, we get a Sky Swimmer Koi. I had to momentarily run, which I edited out. But we got a Runaway Trashbot, which is pretty handy. So yeah, we're blue. We're blue. I don't know what we're blue yet. Still don't know what our second color is. Let's take a Disruption Protocol, because we should be able to use this as a counterspell. Another Mnemonic Sphere or a Papercraft Decoy. Let's go with Mnemonic Sphere number 2. I'm liking the looks of this deck. I'll take a rare for rare completion. We're not playing anything else there. So I think the blue-black dream never ever was actually alive at all. I feel like every player around me is drafting black. Basically, I feel like blue is open. And that's it. What's our artifact count now? 12? Yeah, I would... We just need the black Invoke now. I think I want to be blue-red. Because that Dragon Spark Reactor with a dozen artifacts should be decent. Will we get any other red card that we want to play? Who knows? Who knows? I see an essence capture, and I see cards that are not essence capture. The red card sucks. One of the blue cards sucks. One of the blue cards is okay. And that's the end of that story. I guess Automated Artificer is a super mana dork in our deck, and that essence capture might come back around. Let's take the Artificer. Okay, we've got an Enthusiastic Mechanaut if we think we're going to be blue-red. And I think I want to be blue-red. But I'm going to need some dual lands. I'm going to need some help on being blue-red here. Sentinel sucks. Modern Age is good. Moonsnare Prototype sucks. Yeah, let's take the Mechanaut. And a Flame Discharge. This is what I want. I want one of these flyers. But I'm not taking it over Flame Discharge when we've decided that we're blue-red. Well, we're blue-red. Blue-red with 1 4-drop and 1 5. That's funny. Hey, look. The second good black card we've seen this entire draft. I don't really want a Simian Sling in this deck. I think an Uncharted Haven is precisely what I require. Look at the curve of this deck. I would really like a Thirst for Knowledge? Thirst for whatever. Everything here is bad. Super need a terrarium, but we could take a terrarium for now. I thought I turned that noise off. Y'all don't need to hear that noise. That noise is my posture reminder. There's the network disruptor that I want. Let me make sure that noise is not happening every 15 minutes. Turn off. Update. There we go. Yeah, we'll take that network disruptor. That's what I've been looking for. And it's another artifact. And I think we'll play 16 lands in this. Short Circuit, we've already got one. Peerless Samurai, not for this deck. I'm going to take this Okiba Reckoner raid. I don't like it. Nobody else is going to get to have it. 14 creatures, 16 artifacts. Should be something. Another Sky Swimmer Koi. Would I play that over something? I don't know that I would, but I feel like I should. Maybe over the Terrarium. Like, we've got Haven, Terminal, and we'll play an amount of mountains. Like 5-ish. Because this can be late. Unfortunately, I do want these early. But I mean, like, this can come down turn 3, 4, 5 and still do a bit of work. This is the one that I definitely want to come down early, so we'll have to get a little bit lucky there. Nobody gets this Roaring Earth. The card is really good. Really, really good. Modern Age. I do like some card draw. I do like some card draw. Maybe over an Awakened Awareness. Ooh, a Completion. That we need. That we need. Maybe over the Short Circuit. 26, 25. Oh, I need a couple of cuts, actually. Couple of cuts. Couple of cuts. What is not getting cut? I can't not cut anything. I guess short circuit. And then I think it's got to be a creature. Maybe it is just the modern age. Or maybe it's Armguard Familiar. Maybe it's Armguard Familiar. 14 creatures, 14 artifacts. Let's refilter that. Boy, it would be cool if they had sorting in an arena. Coming up on 5 years since it's first started being played. 16 lands is tempting here. What if I do 10-5 Haven? If I do 10-5 Haven, I can bring back an Armguard Familiar. Yeah, I'm going to 16 land this. Let's do it. Let's do it. I like this deck. It looks fun. Looks fun. You can bluff having a spell to cast by entering full control. Okay. I'll keep. Let's find one of those mountains at some point, maybe? So this is cancel or tap an artifact. Okay. Mnemonic Sphere, you got it. All right, that Invoke the Winds has a good chance of being cast. Okiba Reckoner Raid, okay. Acquisition Actopus. Draw yourself some cards, you got it. Ow. Are we going to get Magic the Gathering? It feels like we might get Magic the Gathering. In for 2. Sure, you got me. All right. So we are not blocking this coming turn, so I would rather just hold up Disruption Protocol here. See if we can get a juicy 5-drop. But it looks like we're going to get Magic the Gathering. Because we missed a land, and in 2022, you can't miss one land or you die. Fun times. I was so distracted talking about that, I forgot to counter that. Oops. Oops. Yeah, we should actually be a little bit more... okay. Uh-huh. 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 We should actually be a little bit more ahead here, but I messed up. I messed up. Let's tap that down. Let's offer a trade. Try to get back in from this, from my mistake. 3 lands of our top 13. Well, sure isn't missing a land. Three me, you got it. You don't need that. Not one bit. No dice. Hey, a fourth land. Can we do anything about that? We can drop a Sky Swimmer Koi. So, I mean, if we had successfully countered that Kami, they would have then had a Tawashi Guide bot and a flying 2/5. And then have started a whole lot of drawing. Well, there's something I wouldn't mind invoking at some point, because theoretically we're going to have a billion cards in our hand for the rest of the game. Okay. Okay. Well, let's drop an Automated Artificer. And let's loot, pitching a Mechanaut. And let's just play the Moon Circuit Hacker. Present a board. This card, I cannot understand why it's uncommon. It had to have been a rare at some point. It's really good. It's really good. So we're going to completion it, I think, actually, because we're actually playing out a lot of our cards now. Okay. You may kill 3 things. We've almost gone through half of our deck. Magic the Gathering is a bad game. It's a really bad game. That'll give me 3 mana to play a Covert Technician. Can flip that, but we'll complete it. 4 of our top 17, eh? Let's go check some odds. 40 card deck, 16 lands in the deck, sample size of 17. What are the odds of getting 4 or less lands? 6%. 6%. 6%. Okay. .8%. 3.8%. Give me those. .8% chance. What happened there? It lost the ability, so it became a 0/0. .8% chance. I'm trying, Modern Limited Magic. I'm trying. I'm frickin' trying. I'm trying. But you make it real hard. Okay. Let's go back in and not have something happen that should happen 3 out of 100 times on average. We ended up, what, 5 lands in our top 19? It's an 8% chance. You saw I was excited and like happy and looking forward to playing this deck, right? At the start of this video. All right, let's not miss land drops, I guess. Play first. Should be good. So I want to get a creature down in case they whiff for a turn, and we can get in Moonhacker and replay and start going nutty. If we don't, that's okay, because we've got follow-ups. Hey, look, a rare vehicle. All right, we're going to go in. Jitsu. Hit for 2, draw a card. And we'll drop a Mechanaut. So what one are you? 4/3, crew 2, attack, sack another artifact creature if you do put a counter on it, and it gets menace. Okay, so it's just a 2-mana 4/3, essentially. Well, easy attack here. And then I think we barf our hand. I would love to loot. Don't think we need this Artificer. Dude, what are you doing over there? 3 mana, and you didn't do anything? Can I have this? I can. You're just thirsty. Okay. Okie dokes. So if we Tamiyo's Completion, whatever they play, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we take them to 7, and then we Flame Discharge whatever they play, they die. Modern limited magic. All right. They're choosing to not just die. In for 4. Always loot. Let's pitch the Modern Age. Let's drop our familiar. End of their turn, we can Tamiyo's Completion, whatever they play. And then hit them for 6, take them to 4. Pop in Covert Technician for free, drop the familiar. But they died, because Modern Limited Magic. Modern Limited Magic, folks. Let's go back in. Key strategy for all limited Magic formats going forward. A, start snowballing. B, don't not start snowballing. C, snowball harder than your opponent. That has been the top level strategy since Cal time. This is still the best format since Zendikar Rising. But it's very much in the era of snowball and outvalue as fast as humanly possible. So let's do it again. Let's do it again. Yep. No way you can mull that. Hey, look, they're going to try to value. They've got themselves a 2/2. They've got themselves a 1/4. I've got myself an orb. We are going to have to steal something very particular. And I don't know what. We do get to pop that sphere, though. Guidebot? Their puzzle maker? We might just steal their puzzle maker. Well, no, our koi can block their puzzle maker. So I think Guidebot is still a pretty decent target for what we want to do. Okay. We've got some options here. We've got 5 artifact mana available. So what if we Patchwork Automaton and then Circuit Mender? Gain some life. And then we've got some options. Got Ward 2 on you. I can take 4. Top, gross. No blocks. I'll take 4. Okay. Ouch. I'll take 5, I guess. Hey, they snowballed. They did. How many things did they do on their turn? They did. They attacked, and they got to scry, and then they got to ninjutsu, and then they got to replay that. I still don't know that I want to steal anything. I think what I want to do I want that technician down, but it won't get me max value. So what if we Sky Swimmer Koi, drop a reactor, get a counter, get a loot. Unfortunately, I don't really want to loot away that island. That's how we're casting Invoke the Winds. Get a counter, get a loot. This technician's no longer super relevant. And we get an attack for 3. And they get to draw the card they put on top. Gross. What's it like to have it all? What's it like to have it all? I just wish every creature didn't do something. I think it's a far better game when every creature doesn't do something. We're going to go in. Oh, this doesn't have ninjutsu. It has reconfigure. If every creature didn't friggin' do something, then I might remember how things work. But I never remember that. I thought it was a ninja octopus, but it's not. It's an equipment octopus. Okay. We will play the equipment octopus. Holding up the Tamio's completion. It looks like it's a ninja. It's sneaking, is it not? It has a... it's a ninja. It's clearly a ninja. I'm done getting hit with this puzzle maker. Tap yourself down. Tap. 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 You don't have to Tawashi's Guidebot. Sure. Bottom, okay. You're gonna make me steal that puzzle maker, aren't you? You are gonna make me steal that puzzle maker. Get rid of their Reckoner. And then steal their puzzle maker. Give. 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 Give it. Get thirsty. Oh boy, imagine if we had a game 3 and we didn't have what occurred in game 1. I think we had a chance. But game 1 had to happen. Game 1 decided to occur. Sure is a lot of lands. Sure is a lot of lands. We can scry and try to fix the next turn. Trashbot, you'll be big. Imagine how much happier I'd be too if game 1 didn't occur. That was an absolutely horrendous way to start this draft. Like, that sucked. Alright, get in the way. Have this. Get a counter. And that's the turn. Yeah, snowball. I played a creature. They got to draw a card and play a spell and do stuff on my turn and so on and so forth. Uh-huh. Yeah, seems fair. Seems fair. Roll fair. Roll fair. At least theirs is only a 2/4. Real fair. Real fair. Yeah, it seems like a bad attack. Don't be a land on top. Hmm. Don't be a land on top. Actually, we probably need to kill something here, don't we? Yeah. Yeah. But if it's a land, we're just dead. Magic the Gathering. Everybody clap for the very good game. All right. 01. I wanted to play this deck. I wanted to have fun with it. Screw and flood. Screw and flood and get snowballed. Except for the one game where we snowballed, I think, because they got screwed. I have a feeling this is what people want in Magic. People want to build a really cool deck that they have dreams of what's going to happen, which we did today with this deck. And then they either want it to happen or they want the game to be over and die. And that's kind of what happened. All right, we can keep this. Blossoming Sands. 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46 cards. And we've got kind of a question, and it kind of depends on what happens here. The 46 card deck keeps a one lander? Is what happens? Is that okay? No. So what happens here is it's far more likely that they miss something and we get to grow this automaton next turn and attack with it. What's it got? Word 2. And you said red on this, so you're blue, white. You're blue, white, green, red, eh? Got some questions. Air of Enlightenment. Okie dokes. We might just bounce this in Moon Circuit Hacker then. Or no, sorry, we can Covert Technician and replay it for free. And then drop a Network Disruptor. Heck yeah. In. No blocks. Great. Ninjutsu, the Patchwork Automaton. Hit him for 2. Play the Patchwork Automaton. Cast a Network Disruptor. Get a counter. Tap down your patrol again. We snowballed. Our deck did the cool thing. That makes it all better. Okay. Well. In and in. Let's see how much this opponent fears ninjutsu. Let's ninjutsu the Technician, because I would like to draw a card. Boop. Yeah, this is literally just snowball the game. If it didn't cost $10, I could see this being fun. I could see it being more in the storybook brawl genre. Storybook brawl, I've put like 125 hours into, so I'm very confident in my opinion. Storybook brawl is a bad game. Like there's massive, significant game design, UI design, welcomeness to new players issues. It's a bad game, but it's a fun, very deeply free distraction, which is why I've put 125 hours into it, and I'll continue putting some hours into it. This experience could be a fun distraction, a very random fun distraction, but not for $10. Not for $10. 2/2 first strike, eh? 2/2 first strike. I feel like there must be a great thing for us to invoke the winds, and it's not either of those. So we are going to make Patchwork Automaton bigger. And then what's your equip cost too? You're going to tell me what kind of reactivity you've got going on over here. None reactivity. Well, I'm going to suit up my Patchwork Automaton with my octopus. And we'll pass the turn, because you've got some sort of reactivity going on over there. I'm not attacking into a first striker with red mana up. Not a chance. Pass of the turn, do nothing. So we either got them on some combat trick that they really wanted to hold up, or they had nothing in their 46 card 4-color deck. So you are going to draw a card and discard a Harmonious Emergent. So you are definitely at least blue, white, green. Perhaps splashing red. Okay then. I still don't want to steal that Era of Enlightenment. So we're gonna ask to see their combat trick from the Covert Technician, not from the Patchwork Automaton, because that thing can still get much bigger. And if they don't block, then we just Moon Circuit Hacker. They had a Wanderer's Intervention. Cool. Good to know. Good to know. So that is probably what they held up last turn. And they had no 2-drop last turn, which means they probably top decked this Modern Age. And then they're going to loot. Discarding another Moth Rider Patrol. I'm definitely waiting for the other shoe to drop on their deck. I mean, I'm still not attacking into your combat tricks. I've got my own Modern Age. I got the internet too. Let's loot and discard this mountain. Flyer seems handy. Flyer seems really handy, especially with the octopus. Let's move the octopus over. I'm still not attacking into first strike and mana up. Not a chance. Not a chance. Yeah, I'm not attacking into the first striker. I saw you highlighting it, but I'm not doing it. Not a chance. Now, we might have to think about stealing the Vector Glider in order to start flying in and drawing more cards off the octopus. I still would prefer to steal something better. Artifactor creature, that's cool. Another big ol' pass of the turn, eh? I don't need this network terminal anymore. Another big ol' pass of the turn. Yeah, surely we can just get something better. So let's play Trashbot. Turn our automaton into a 6/6. And pass the turn. They're playing a very reactive game, and I'm not here for it. Not remotely here for it, but they've got Wanderer's interventions, they've got combat tricks, they've got something. So I will begin to start playing into it by stealing their Vector Glider and seeing if we can draw some cards. All right, let's try to draw some cards. Okay. Cute. Cute. I'm going to murder the Emperor here. You can put a counter on something, and then she is dead. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. Is this player? Damage to player. Okay, so this one needs to go to face. This one needs to go to Emperor. Put a counter on it, and then say goodbye to your Planeswalker, please, in your 4-color deck. Counter on your first striker, sure. Counter first strike till his turn, sure. All right. Kill your Emperor. Hit your face. Also, I would like to hear a story about your combat tricks. Okay, that's another one gone. Goodbye Emperor, goodbye face, hello card. Yeah, they're a super reactive deck. All right, let's gain a couple of life, get a counter. Let's drop an Artificer, get a counter. And I think I'm pretty okay to start attacking it with this automaton. They can't possibly have enough tricks to stop an 8/8, right? Blue, red, white, green. And hilariously, we've seen nothing but white cards and a Harmonious Emergence. We've seen no blue cards. Wait, no, we saw a Modern Age. But we've seen no red cards. We've seen no red cards. But we should be in some pretty good shape here. Ooh, a Tamio's completion, eh? I fear the first strike no longer. I have no fear of the first strike. Sure. You solved the automaton problem, but you haven't solved this problem. It's still a pretty big. And we get to draw a card. And it's a land, but we get to loot, and it's a land. Alright, they should just be basically dead. So, oh no, Imperial Oath. That card's super good. It lets you win games, apparently. Super impactful 6-drop. Guess I'll smash you in the face. If you can't tell, I have no respect for Imperial Oath. I think it's massively overcosted. I think it significantly closes games that were already closed and gets you back into games where a massive number of cards would have gotten you back into the game. Land, Covert Technician. Let's play the Koi. Let's drop the Technician. Let's loot. Oop. So there's dead in the air. Michiko's Reign of Truth? Sure, don't matter. She has no truth. I will take 5. Boop, boop, boop. A easy win. All right, super reactive game. 2 Wanderers interventions? 2 Wanderers interventions, a Wandering Emperor. Actually, not that reactive. Not that reactive. Just a bad deck. 46 cards. 4 colors. For some reason. All right, let's go back in. Well, good news. I think we'll get a match 3. And then I need to set up for Kingdom Death Monster recording, because I've not done that yet for tomorrow's video. Turns out setting that up is a lot of work. Ooh, Dragon Spark Reactor on 2. That should do some work. Should do some very real work. Mulligan makes sense in the 46 card deck with 4 colors. Companion, I've got this, and it's going to start getting a whole bunch of counters. So many counters. Is it cast or ETB? ETB. Right, because that's why it's so good with the anvil. Reign of Truth, +2/+2. You got it. 3 me. That's more than 1. That's more than the 1 that I expected. Let's go Uncharted Haven, naming blue. And drop a Mechanaut, because then we can easily ninjutsu. So what will be the ninjutsu? It'll be blue. It'll be blue, red, ninjutsu this in, replay that, drop the familiar. Okay. Modern Age, sure. They missed a land drop. Wait, they discarded a land. Did they not miss a land drop? Weird. All right, in for 2. Ninjutsu this in, which gets a counter on reactor. Hit. Replay Mechanaut, which gets a counter on the reactor. Play Familiar, which gets a counter on the reactor. So that is 5 damage to their face. We do at some point have to find a 4th land to actually, you know, shoot them. But that shouldn't be that big of a deal. Discards Imperial Oath, correct choice. Heir of Enlightenment, totally fine. No problemo. And then it looks like we're going to attack in with Mechanaut, ninjutsu in a hacker, draw a card, replay Mechanaut, get a counter on the reactor. We are going to have to deal with that Portrait of Michiko, which we can now do with the Tamiyo's completion. But we're going to go in. We're going to ninjutsu the hacker. Hit for 2, draw a card. It's a flame discharge. Play a Mechanaut. Get a counter. Pass the turn. So now I always forget the second sentence of this card. A modified creature, X plus 2. Alrighty then. Another Modern Age. Yep. We'll tap down Michiko before too long here. Wasn't she already a 5/5? 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess not. Arm Guard Familiar. Get in the way for a moment. Land, you got it. Now, did you find yourself one of those there thingies? You know, the thingy. Wanderer's Intervention? Oh, we're not attacking anyways. They're thingy flipped. Yeah, we are gonna just hit Michiko, which kills Michiko. Bye. And there's that problem solved. Interestingly, that they're not 4 colors this time. Are they still 46, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 43, 44. They cut 2 cards. There's red. Sure, to me. You got it. You got it. I will to you right back. To you right back. No way you're interventioning that. Didn't think so. Let's Artificer. And then I think we just want to hold up Disruption Protocol. / discharge / reactor / etc. 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 Because like they've got to be working towards something pretty large here, right? Told you. Told you. Told you. I told her so. I told her so. That's right. That's right, you're doing nothing. All right, we are going to Network Disruptor, tap down a glider, get a counter, yada yada, blingy blingy. Always loot. Goodbye land. Red, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's murder. Let's attack in for 3 and see what the plan is here. The plan is to Wanderer's Intervention. Okay, got rid of one of those. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's pass the turn. Then we can double block a glider and shoot the other one. And if we get rid of their next Wanderer's Intervention, so be it. Kablamo. Kablamo. Pretty good board state, if I do say so myself. And we get to keep building the reactor here. Ninjutsu this in, we get a card draw, we get a counter on the reactor, which means that they're at 6 virtually. Draw a card. It's a land. Drop a disruptor. Get a counter. No, they're at 5. They are at 5. So this is actually maybe a good discussion point. A lot of people in my chat and stream tend to be like, well, Dragon Spark Reactor, their Hand of Enlightenment, they go to 5, and then they're dead. They have a bunch of mana and 3 cards. It's far better to play it safe. Steal their Hand of Enlightenment. It's far better to think about potential problems that could happen rather than making them have it. Now, if they were tapped out, whole different story. If they had no cards in hand, whole different story. But as is, we're going to be a little bit careful. Wanderer's Intervention. Kill your dog. We will not loot. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's less likely that we will find a land on top. We did it. We won. Could we have won the turn earlier? They would have been at 5. They would have killed the 2/4. They would have blocked. No. Because they had cards and they would have killed something. Now, we probably would have won the next turn, but by playing it safe, we had a much larger board in case of any scariness. So, fun fact, if you're in a Twitch chat or, you know, in the YouTube comment sections or whatnot, don't call lethal if an opponent has open mana and cards in hand. Respect that the opponent is going to play the game, and especially in the era of Arena where you concede the game and move on to the next one pretty quickly, they haven't conceded yet. Which means they're either getting the full value of their time, or they are ready to do something about your shenanigans. All right, I want to Mechanaut. Yeah, I want a Mechanaut. Because then we can Reactor Trashbot. Actually, we could Reactor Trashbot Hacker. Those are all things that we could do. Dragonfly Suit. All right. All right, we can Reactor. Back. Boop. No. Network Terminal. Counter. Attack. Hacker. See, this is modern Magic. Start snowballing. Don't not start snowballing. Especially don't stop snowballing. And snowball faster than your opponent. How many game actions have we taken? 1, 2, 3, 4. We took 4 game actions and there were 2 additional triggers. They have taken 2 game actions, cast 2 cards with 1 additional trigger. We do kind of need access to blue a little bit. I'm assuming we get a block here. If they don't, they're in trouble. There we go. You get the block. We're going to go Mechanaut. And we've got 3 mana up. Mechanaut into a 1/4 Trashbot. Oh, and an Armguard Familiar. So many game actions. And they are still on the race plan. All right. Take 3. Naomi. May have to think about killing her. We are going to go in for 2. You ain't got no blocks. We are going to covert technician. Counter on the reactor. Replay the Mechanaut for free. Get another counter on the reactor. And then, what's your reconfigure for? And then. I think we drop a hacker. Just fill that board up. Because I'll double block Naomi. At this point, I probably trade Mechanaut for the suit. Nope, they've gone straight to attackers. Straight past attackers. Straight past their turn. Oh, let's get a counter. Gain some life. Casual reminder, there's 9 islands left in our deck. And only 2 mountains left in our deck. And then we will pass the turn. Whole lot of nothing over there, eh? Virus Beetle. Pretty good. Unless we can find... Well, no, we're discarding this card anyways. So that's unfortunate. But we were hyper far away from casting that thanks to the vagaries of Magic the Gathering's rules as written. Land. So here's a question. Do I need a second island at any point? We have the counter spell, but our primary reason for having a lot of islands is gone. We have little to no need for additional islands. Little to no need. Let's tap our 2/1. Dragon Spark Reactor up to 9. Let's tap their Naomi. For your suit. Get in for 2, or I draw a card. Your choice. 2? Sounds good. So they are at Virtual 5. Virtual 5. Another trash bot. They are at Virtual 4. +1, eh? Suit up the Mender. Attack in with my own 4/4. You gonna trade Naomi for it? Repel the Vial. It's got... Yeah, you've got the 2 for it. Alright, that's fine. Found a land. Playing a trash bot. You were at virtual 4. So now, next turn, we'll shoot Naomi and slam. Ulta! So you go to 4. And die? I think we snowballed pretty hard. Boop, 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 boop. All right. Start snowballing, don't stop, don't not start snowballing. That's the name of the game. Top level strategy. And I mean, maybe that's why Okiba, that's why people like Okiba Reckoner raid. And that's why it has high numbers in the data, is because it snowballs. If and only if it comes down on turn 1. But if it does, it snowballs. Right. So, match 1 aside, this deck was pretty much what I wanted it to be. It's done what I wanted it to do. Whole bunch of artifacts, artifact synergy, bunch of cool stuff. We got to steal some stuff. This deck did what I wanted to do outside of match 1. I think the question is, was it worth $3? $3 is a lot. I do 60 drafts of a format. Let's say they all cost me $3 on average. I don't know what my actual average is. It's 180 bucks. It's a couple of very, 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 very good board games. This should work. We've got a bunch of ninjas we can find on top of our deck. That's not one of them. You want to be a ninja, you little Roomba, but can I not submit 0? I can tap their land. Why are you reading my ninja? Ooh, ooh, ninja off the top. And I think we'll play the sphere for free. Use all of our mana. Plus we get to tap something down. Just pondering my orb. I don't even know what that meme is. People say it. There's a picture of a wizard looking at an orb. It's the entire extent of my knowledge. We are going to drop a trash bot. Drop a trash bot. Because then we can drop a disruptor, tap, attack, bounce, draw, do stuff. That's a lot of words and a lot of game actions, which translates into snowballing. Dragonfly suit, that's not snowballing. It's not snowballing at all. We don't even have to tap anything down. We are going to Trashbot. We are going to Ninja Trashbot. There you go, Roomba. You were involved in a ninja transaction. Boop 'em. Draw a card. Replay Trashbot. Pass the turn. Now, unfortunately, whatever we tap then does just crew a suit, but so be it. Although, we could sack the sphere to give Trashbot surprise 2 power. Which, if they do block with the suit, would kill it. Let's see what they know about doing... Oh, you think you're in a race? No, you're not in a race. This ain't a race at all. This ain't remotely a race. Tap that down. This is not even slightly a race. We're going to hit you for 2. We're going to sack the sphere. So we hit you for 4. Boop, boop. We are going to loot. Pitching a mountain. And then we're going to drop... another sphere. Nothing scary this turn, please. And then we've got Disruption Protocol forever on. Yeah, this still isn't a race, but keep attacking me. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of it. Yeah, I'll take 3. No need for chumping here. Kami of Terrible Secrets, no trigger, seems good. A lot of this seems very good. So we can not turn Trashbot into an X4. No. No. No, we cannot. So we're going to go in for 1. And Ninjutsu. Bring that back. This doesn't have to tap, right? It does not. You can't block. That's not how... Oh, it's cute. Sure, that's totally fine. A-okay, in fact. We'll drop this, and then we've got blue, blue... Ooh. Got blue, blue. Oh, we won't have the extra mana for that. Oh, well, that's fine. All okay. All okay. Let's drop the Artificer. And pass the turn. So they're doing a good impression of pretending this is a race. It won't be. It won't be. But they're doing a good impersonation. The best thing would be that they just don't cast anything here and I get to draw some cards. Taking 3. Down to 11. Just cast nothing. Yeah, you don't need that. You don't need that. Not a chance. All right, so we get to tap down their ace. Because I want to pretend that I don't know what's going on here. We'll attack in with our 3-4. Let's see if they understand onboard tricks. I don't think they do. Oops, it's a 4-4. Oops, your Kami's toast. And then we get to go with a Mechanaut. And we get to drop a Mender, gain some life. Look at that. It's no longer a race. We snowballed. We didn't not stop snowballing. We didn't not stop snowballing. Naomi, sure. Don't do much. Can I have this dragonfly suit? Why did I steal the dragonfly suit? Spite, mostly, to be honest. And we're going to make them pretend that they're going to get rid of my trash bot, the thing that's going to grow and get too large for its britches. Oh, you're going to give me a card draw? Sure. And you know what? We're even going to be way too careful and play around the board wipe. Because I have no desire to losing to a random rare out of nowhere. Powerfully unlikely to happen, and you generally shouldn't play around it. But we are. That doesn't even hit anything, does it? Sure doesn't. Cool 3 mana do nothing. All right, well. I have what they refer to as lethal in the air. Oh, That's cute. You want to steal your dragonfly suit back. Boop, 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 boop. I absolutely thought this was a ninja again. 100%. All right, let's bring in Network Disruptor. It's going to pretend to be a ninja because we're going to flash it in at instant speed here. Not flash it in, but play it at instant speed. No, my triggers. I want to ninja my octopus. All right. 2 and 1. Not bad. The deck did what I thought I did. It was fun when it did the thing. And it was awful and frustrating and an absolute bad game experience when we got hit by the randomness of Magic the Gathering. It's a weird combination of how rapidly games end up being over, I think, in Modern Limited. Because games are very much like, yes, game 1 of match 1, we only drew 4 lands in the top half of our deck. But basically the first time that we didn't draw a land was the end. It took a lot more turns, but it was over at that moment in time. So games are over a lot more, a lot faster when those land issues happen due to the value and the snowballing and every creature having a book written on it and whatnot. And then I think the other big thing, of course, is the fact that a draft costs $10 Canadian. And if you 2 and 1, it costs $3 Canadian, which is less. But again, one season of a set, if all of them cost $3 on average, is a couple of very, 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 very good board games, or 1/3 of a Kingdom Death Monster. So yeah, I think those are my negative feelings about it. The set, like I said, is the best we've had since Zendikar Rising. That doesn't mean that I think it's good. I think this, we'll have to see how it shapes out. It's going to end up in the middle. I don't know if it's going to end up on the good side of the middle or the bad side of the middle, but it's in the middle. It's very far away from what I historically have liked in my limited sets. We'll see if that's just forever on. It seems to be that way, given the past 6 sets. But yeah, at least it's a little bit more fun and significantly less bomby, which is incredible. If they could keep this level of rare power, that would be awesome. And then maybe just dial down the wordiness a little bit. Let me know your thoughts on Kamigawa in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, all those good things. Otherwise, I'll see y'all next time. I'm going to go fight a terrifying lion in Kingdom Death Monster. See ya.